Welcome back. It's 6:52. Time for your morning news now. A former Hudson teacher will stay on trial on charges of child sexual assault. 24-year-old Madison Bergman faces allegations of inappropriate conduct with an 11-year-old student. The child's parents discovered concerning communications and alerted school officials. Bergman was then removed from her position and arrested in May. Her arraignment is scheduled November 7th. La Crescent residents are springing into action after a weekend fire displaced 17 seniors from their assisted living home. Initially, residents were sheltered at First Lutheran Church. While officials formulated a plan, now all residents have been temporarily relocated to other local facilities. It is not known how long they'll stay there. The Red Cross says situations like these can be tricky given the complex medical needs of many of the residents.
When someone has a prescription that they need to take on a certain schedule, or they have a medical device that is critical for them, those volunteers of ours can work with 24-hour pharmacies and other community resources to make sure and fulfill those needs.
There's been an outpouring of support for the displaced residents, many people donating clothes and finding other ways to help them. And residents along Florida's west coast are evacuating this morning as Hurricane Milton moves through the Gulf of Mexico. It skirted past the Yucatan Peninsula and is expected to hit Florida tomorrow. The storm exploded to a Category 5 yesterday, but was downgraded to a Category 4 overnight. It will be the worst to hit the Tampa area in more than a century if it goes as planned. And Milton arrives, of course, less than 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene hit the same Florida coastline. The death toll from that storm has now topped 230. FEMA's administrator pushed back Monday against false claims and conspiracy theories about her agency's response to Helene. The race for the White House took a somber tone yesterday as each candidate marked 1 year since the Hamas attacks on Israel. CBS News 60 Minutes also aired an interview with Vice President Harris. The Democratic presidential nominee is in the middle of a media blitz with appearances today on The View, Howard Stern, and the Stephen Colbert Show. CBS News says former President Trump initially agreed to be interviewed by 60 Minutes, but last week his campaign decided not to participate. President Biden will return to the Badger State today. The White House says this visit to Milwaukee spotlights the administration's efforts on job creation and lead pipe replacement. Specific details, including where and when he's speaking, have not been released. This marks Biden's first trip to Wisconsin this month since last month when he announced rural clean energy investments in Westby. La Crosse's public library is getting a major upgrade thanks to a $3 million grant. This funding is part of a larger $115 million initiative from Governor Evers and the Wisconsin Department of Administration. La Crosse plans to use the money to add classrooms, meeting rooms, and computer labs.
It was Charlie I was talking about yesterday that Milton is taking that same course there and has brought trouble over to areas right by Sarasota and, of course, Tampa. They're going to see at least 10 to 15 feet of storm surge into the forecast, and as that continues on, strong winds, of course, from 160 miles per hour, plus in some cases as it edges closer. Hey, your temperatures today, though, 60s and some 70s for you, plenty of sunshine. We'll do it again tomorrow, too. We'll throw those in there and bump the temperatures up maybe 3 degrees or so. Once we get into the next 8 days, we'll continue that warmth going right into Friday. Yeah, those lower 80s on the way for you, and then we'll cool it on down. We'll flip that script, and then we'll knock the temperatures down to seasonal averages and have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.
All right, Art. Well, a curious koala was spotted wandering a train station in Sydney early on October 4th. Security footage shows the adorable marsupial exploring the platform and climbing stairs. A train guard alerted security, prompting nearby trains to slow down. Police arrived and watched as the koala climbed a fence and safely returned to bushland. Koalas are endangered in Australia, and despite habitat restoration efforts, their populations continue to decline. There it is.
Aww.
It's so cute, isn't it? It's just kind of hanging around.
Shouldn't he be flying on Qantas?
Yeah, but not with that inappropriate movie playing. He looks like a little koala. Glad he wasn't on that flight. Thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Tuesday.